Do you know who wrote this song? I want a soup, baby, soup, soup-a-doo, 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 ba-doo, ba-doo. Hi, welcome to today's episode of In the Kitchen, Keeping It Real. I'm your host, Ariyele, and today we're making part one of a two-part meal, Italian wedding soup with mini meatballs. The answer to the question, who wrote that song, you guys probably know by now. Salt and pepper, baby. The two ingredients that make any meal amazing. Salt just bumps up all, it's like salt is basically like a steroid for flavor. It's like, does this have flavor? Add salt, pepper, done. So easy. I've got some olive oil in the pan over here warmed. I've got some bone broth with some mini meatballs all ready to go. If you want to check out the episodes where you learn how to make those things, go for it. And as usual, we're going to chat together as we work. If you want explicit instructions and details on what I'm doing and what I'm using, you can either watch the embedded directions and pause to check them out on this video, or go to the website at inthekitchenkepingitreal.com. Right now I'm just peeling my garlic. I've got a cipollini onion, which is an heirloom onion, really amazing, an Italian heirloom onion that is so action-packed with flavor. It's just, there's no other words. See? There are no words for me to say how delicious. And really, this soup, classically, traditionally, I think Italian wedding soup is kale with some thin Savoy cabbage that gets nice and poached in the broth. Obviously bone broth, the stock is the base, which is just so yummy. And all these yummy goodnesses are just going to saute up. I'm going to give that a medium heat. And I've got carrot, onion, kale already chopped, but I want to show you a tip on using kale. When you're peeling it, when you're trying to get the leaf away from the stem, you can literally just start like this. Take your hands, get a good grip on the stem, and pull. Look at that. Done. Leaf separated. And this part's so thin that it's not going to bother you. So just for one more, just for shits and giggles again, get a good grip on the leaf and then pull. Boom. So that's a really nice, fast, quick tip that you can do in the kitchen when you're working, and that way you don't have to deal with like, you're getting one slice and now you're getting the other slice, and it's like this whole ordeal. I save my kale stems and use them in fresh vegetable juice, or I have a stock on. If I have a stock on, boom, right in the stock. And all those vitamins not gone to waste. So now my onions are kind of getting crisp. Oh, it smells so good in here, you guys. Olive oil, onion sautéing. And I'm gonna get my celery and carrot down because those are a little bit harder, although I like crunch in mine. I like vegetables in a soup close to their origin, or really in general. I don't really like mushy vegetables. I'm trying to think if there's any vegetable that I like that's mushy. I can't think of one. You ready for this? Let me bring you back to the subject. Peps on the stick. Make you get hot, make you work up a sweat. So you skip to the loo, my darling. Not falling in love, but I'm falling with you. Wanna get you. Bet your bottom dollar you were best under pressure. Yo, baby, I wanna like taste you. That's what I'm singing to this soup right now. Yo, baby, I wanna like taste you. And I'm gonna. Don't put that wet towel on my car. I'm gonna. No, what is it? Don't put that wet towel on my TV. Anybody? Adult Swim? I'm talking to myself. That's okay. You guys love me. I hope. And if you don't, hate is gonna hate. Right? It's just the name of the game. Hate is gonna hate. Now check this out, guys. Tip number 2. You've got your kale in here, okay? You've got your olive oil. You've got your carrots and you've got your cipollines, okay? You get your kale nice and incorporated with that oil. Kale is a pretty dense green. In order to get it cooked down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, make sure my heat is right, it is. I'm going to add a little bit of broth here. It's going to go, okay? And now, steam that shit. How do you like that? How do you like this? I'm so professional, / not, since there's nobody running in to wipe my brow or autocorrect out my facial blemishes. You know what I like to call them? Fertility blemishes. Because I'm in that stage. I'm a fertile young woman, we think. Nobody knows, of course, because nobody's trying. Oh God, this is so personal. But you know what? In the kitchen, keeping it real, real talk, real life, real love. I've got so much love. Oh, for food, for comedy, for people, for health. You don't have anything if you don't have your health, that's what they say. Now this is all sizzly. These are ready to go. We're gonna get ourselves set up. We're gonna add some chives on top at the very end. Some parsley. Today has been a great day. I've got a little headache. Been drinking a lot of water. My health issues, they kick up and there's no rhyme or reason. Nobody knows why. It's almost like there's just something happening that I have no control over. But that's why I'm gonna eat a load of vitamin C in my kale and with my parsley. I'm gonna get my bone broth in me, and I'm gonna take 5 and take a little resty rest. Because when I'm exerting energy, it's so important that I take some space too and make sure that I'm keeping things in balance. Okay, so I got my balls in there, mini meatballs. Those are gonna add some boost to the protein content. I've got my gorgeous soup. And for today, I'm just gonna have like 2 little balls. And you know, you've got extra stock in the fridge, you've got extra meatballs, you can throw those on some pasta, and I got brands. You want brands? I got brands. That's future. Okay, now we're talking. You get that all cooked down. Your greens are tender. The onions are golden brown. The garlic is aromatic. Aromatic? Not a word, it is now. And I'm gonna save some of this so that I can use it in some different contexts, right? I might add it to some steamed quinoa that I have in the fridge, do a little stir fry type of thing. Done. I'm gonna take a nice healthy, I like a lot of veggies in my soup, veggie heavy soup. So good for winter and not even, but yeah, and it's getting cooler out there. Although in the Bay we get these heat waves that I absolutely love. A lot of fresh herbs, fresh parsley, fresh chives. Those are gonna get nice and bright and green and cook up a little bit as the warm stock simmers them. Add a squeeze of lemon. Whew, guys, starting to salivate. And if you want, there's absolutely 0 cheese, lactose, or gluten in this meal. This is the thing, people. Gluten-free does not mean non-gourmet. A sprinkle of cheese, just a sprinkle, because I want some today because there's none anywhere else. And some salt and pepper. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and watching today's episode. In the Kitchen, Keeping It Real is your source for awesome gluten-free meals that keep the gourmet. I'm your host, Ariyele. Check us next time, and feel free to leave a comment at the end of this video or on the website. Can't wait to hang out with you next Wednesday. Ciao.